Hey everyone, hope you're all well. I love Sally Hughes, and if you don't know who Sally Hughes is, she's a beauty columnist and writer, but she also happens to have a YouTube channel as well. And aside from her in bathroom interviews, which I adore, my favourite video of hers is her perfume collection. She is just so knowledgeable, and the way she articulates the scents and describes them is just so amazing, and so it has inspired me to share with you guys my current perfume collection. It is but small, but it is special, and scent is such a powerful, evoking thing that I thought it would be quite nice to share with you guys. The first fragrance is by Barbour. It's actually a new fragrance by them. This is Barbour for her, and they also do Barbour for him as well. Now, Barbour is quintessentially British, and what I love about Barbour is the impact and the quality that the brand has and the kind of uniformity that it keeps and stands to. There's no wavering. You can recognize Barbour once you see anything that looks remotely like Barbour. You know where it's come from. And they've kept that quite the same, their kind of motif and their ideology. They've kept all of that quite the same in their fragrance, even down to the bottle. Sophisticated spherical shape, you've got that deep feminine rose colour to it, and etching, which of course is famous and unique to their jackets. So I love that, a brand that knows themselves and keeps to it. And actually I feel like the scent reflects that as well. A scent, it reminds me of a woman that is content in herself and knows herself. I think this is perfect for spring. If anyone is looking for new spring summer scents, it's definitely one of those fresh, fruity, floral scents. This particular one has fruity red currant, which is contrasted by pink pepper, and you definitely get that pink pepper coming through, that sharp spice, that kick that I think is just what it needs. It really carries it into something different. It's not just the average floral feminine thing like, yeah, this is for women. It's got that kind of punchiness to it, that little subtle hit, which I really like. So I'm obsessed with Jo Malone fragrances and candles, so I have a few here, and I'll start with the very first one that I got from there. It is the English Pear and Freesia cologne. All of Jo Malone's fragrances are very bespoke and very unique. I love the fragrance combinations that they dare to create. It has, as you can imagine, the top note is pear, the middle note is freesia, and the base note is patchouli. The first thing I said and always say is it has like a fizziness to it. It smells fizzy. That may be the pear coming through, but it's a very fresh scent, very floral. The only thing with Jo Malone's scents, they do not stick to you for very long. They don't stick to the skin. For me, this is kind of like a lunch date scent, a very daytime scent, a very summer, warmer month kind of scent. The next scent that I got from them is the Velvet Rose and Oud. This is a cologne intense, so you can only get it in this size. What I like is the fact that it's in a dark bottle. And by the way, guys, my stuff is on display now, but I have all the boxes for them, because a lot like oils that we use on our body and hair, if you haven't got a cupboard or a drawer to pop them in, keep them in their boxes so that they don't spoil. Velvet Rose and Oud, the top scent is actually clove, the middle scent is rose, damask rose, and the base note is oud. I love oud. I adore oud as a scent. It is such a sensual scent. It's a deep, clinging scent. If you want something to stick to you all day, look for something with oud in it. It's a very woody, warm scent, and I just absolutely love it. If you are looking for something that evokes desire, if you are looking for something that evokes a woman, not just femininity, but just a woman, then this is definitely your scent. And the most recent one that I've got is the Blue Agava and Cacao scent. So the top note for this is key lime, the middle note is agave flower, and the base note is cacao bean. It is such an unusual scent. You have to smell it. It was one of those ones that I kept going in and smelling it, and I thought, go on, I'll buy a little one of it. And I do like to really mix this one with the English pear and freesia. It smells like somebody who belongs at the beach. It's so unique, so unique. I don't think there'll ever be anything that can smell remotely like this. Now, if I was to say, think of a classic scent or a classic fragrance house, what would come to mind? I am sure somebody out there would think Chanel. And so this is Coco Chanel. The bottle to begin with is just, it is classic, iconic, beautiful. The craftsmanship that goes into creating all of the scents is just beautiful. This is my signature scent. It probably is a bit obvious because it's the one I've worn the most. It smells like an old lady. It smells like a wealthy old lady, and that's probably why I like it. It just smells like womanhood. It smells like power. I just love it. The opening note is Sicilian Mandarin, the middle note is Jasmine Absolute, and then it has some more orange blossom, and then the base is patchouli and tonka bean. So a very deep, heavy scent. And it just feels exquisite to wear as well. The feeling of it, the feeling of the bottle, spraying it on, it feels very ritualistic. It feels like a timeless thing, which of course Chanel is and all of their perfumes are. And it is definitely one that's going to carry me through the ages. My newest one, this little baby here, is by Elie Saab, and I have been umming and ahhing over this fragrance for about a year, and so that's particularly why I went for the smaller side. And I went for the Perfume Intense, so again, that's a slightly longer lasting fragrance. It does last a lot longer than, for example, the Jo Malone fragrances. The bottle is really cute. It looks like a little gem. Looks like a gemstone, and I think that was purposeful. You know, the refraction of light, if I'm holding up to the light, the way it bursts through is quite beautiful. So I love the bottle design. It is a beautiful womanly scent. It smells slightly older, warmer. It's actually quite similar to Coco Chanel. It's not comparable, but it is similar. It has got notes of orange blossom, ylang ylang, and middle notes of rose and honey, and you definitely get the honey scent coming through. It's a nighttime scent. I feel like it's a walking around city kind of scent. Walking around Rome, walking around Paris, walking around London in the evening. It's that kind of scent. It works really well if you were dressed in a suit. It works really well if you are in a little black dress. It's just special. I'm going to talk about a few from like my childhood. This is Tommy Girl by Tommy Hilfiger. I've still got loads of it left because it's not quite the kind of scents that I'm into anymore, but I do feel like I should still give them a good mention anyway. It is a very fresh scent. It is incredibly fresh, very floral. There are a lot of floral notes in it. Lily, honeysuckle, jasmine, several different ones. But the strongest scent, and the very first one that I recognised before actually researching into it, is the grapefruit. You definitely get this sharpness, kind of bitterness. You know, it actually kind of reminds me of blackberry and bay. It's got that very sharp fruit scent to it. Definitely the Tommy Hilfiger girl that I can imagine. Kind of slim, tousled hair, rolling out of bed, spritzing this on. That's the kind of thing that I get from it. But it is beautiful. And I definitely think everyone should have a kind of sharp fruit smell in their collection. Next one I'm going to talk about is by Zara, as in the high street store Zara. They do a bunch of different scents, nothing specific, I don't think, and I don't think their scents stay for very long. For example, this one that I have here, they don't do anymore. This one's chocolate. If you're looking for fragrances that are very, very cheap, but in some way replicate higher end brands, then Zara is your go-to place. I've heard of several different ones that smell like Chanel ones and smell like other ones, and I didn't know that at first when I purchased them, but I do actually recognise that now, because this chocolate one, it has this kind of orange chocolate smell to it, and it reminds me, correct me if I'm wrong, but it reminds me of one of the Hermes scents that is a chocolate orange scent. I don't wear it often, particularly because it doesn't last very long, and I obviously have other scents that I prefer, but I definitely think if you are entry level or you want to have a bunch of different scents, but obviously don't want to splurge, then definitely check out Zara Woman. My last scent, and I'm grinning, this is from my childhood kind of thing. This is by Lady Gaga. This is a celebrity perfume, and the particular reason why I thought I'd mention this, and the reason why I went for it, is if you can see the remainder that is left, is the liquid is black, and that was what just drew me in, because I've never been interested in celebrity perfumes, like, ever. But when I saw this and it was black, I was like, I just have to try this. It doesn't stain, it doesn't come out black at all, but it did intrigue me the most. And it does actually remind me of the scents that I like, that kind of deeper, warmer scent, but it feels like there's a lot going on, like it's kind of erratic in the scent, which I think is quite clever, because perhaps that is quite what Lady Gaga was going for. So it is quite floral in scent. It doesn't smell woody or spicy at all, but it does have a deepness, so perhaps it has some patchouli in there as well. It was just fun. Now, my dream scent is by Sicily. It is called Soir d'Orient. That smells spectacular, and I do actually have a sample of it. But again, it's got this oud, it is oriental in fragrance. Oh, beautiful. And I remember spraying it on, it lasts all day, and I remember the lasting note that I got was kind of this kind of caramel scent, this mellow sweetness, honey kind of scent to it. Absolutely spectacular, and hopefully I'll invest in that, but they are quite expensive. So that is my perfume collection. Let me know in the comments down below what your favourite fragrances are, because I love this stuff and I want to smell some more and perhaps purchase some more. And also let me know which of the ones that I've showed you that you think, I'm definitely going to give that a whiff now. Thank you guys so much for watching. You can follow me on all my social media, which will be in the down bar. Until the next one, bye!